My son, Elijah, he's on the spectrum, and when he was 12, he's 19 now. We had to admit him to a group home because he was self-injurious, and he was starting to be a danger to himself, so we had to make a very difficult decision. And after that, I really struggled, because you never know, are we doing the right thing? I mean, of course it was torturous, he's so little, but it's ended up being the best thing that ever could have happened to him. It's exactly what he needed. He was finally able to get ABA therapy, and but he thrives there now. I came up with this because I had to. They asked the voice actors, what are panels that you might want to run? What would you feel comfortable doing? What would you like to do? And immediately I thought, I bet there's not much for people on the spectrum, because, my son's on the spectrum. And so I kind of asked around if there was anyone ever did any kind of anime as related to autism type of panel. Of all my friends that go to tons of conventions, that no one had heard of anything like that. So I did the first one. I had no idea what it was going to be. It was crazy. There were like 75 people in the panel. And all I knew was I was just going to kind of tell my story and just kind of open the floor up. Everyone kind of just came right on in and sat down, and they were ready to go. And I just talked a little bit about who I was, introduced myself, and talked about my son a little bit, and said I just kind of wanted to meet everyone, that had this in common, and have a moment of hi. And then I asked for recommendations for my son for anime. Arms just up like the whole hour, and I give out a ticket to everyone who talks, and I give out give out DVDs and stuff at the end. One after one, they'll stand up to say something, then they'll say, this is my name and I'm on the spectrum, and then they'll start talking. And I think it surprises people how many other people on the spectrum are at convention. It's easy to feel alone. I'm just as an introvert, I feel alone at convention sometimes, but yeah, I think it's cool for people to look around and be like, right, there are a lot of people here who totally are in the same boat, or might be feeling alone, and, watch them kind of pair up and become friends afterwards. I'll see them later at a con, and they're walking around, and I'm like, I don't know, I just leave with like a really happy heart every time, because it's just, you look around and there's a recognition that no one is alone.